Hi, I'm Ivana, and this is Pasha, and today you will help me cooking lasagna.
Hi, everyone.
And there are several recipes for this dish that is very famous, but the one that I'm going to introduce today is actually the one that my mom taught me how to do, and is a tradition in our family, and actually is the easiest one and the fastest one. And I'm sure you will enjoy it because you don't need a lot of time to prepare it, as you see, and especially if you have a lot of guests. I mean, now is not the right time to have a lot of guests, but in the future, I hope the world is going to be back to normal. So if you want to do a dinner and lunch and you want to invite guests, you can prepare this dish also not before. And when you are at home, you can just bake them and they are going to be ready. So I hope you will enjoy them. And also, we will make a mozzarella salad that is called caprese, and is made with mozzarella and tomatoes. And this is also a very refreshing dish, and you can have it. I mean, like one course. How to say?
Yeah,
it's a full dish. So I hope you will like them. Okay, so we will start with the lasagna. And lasagna, the one that we are going to show you, is basically made of two kinds of sauce. And one is the meat sauce, and the other one is the bechamel sauce. So bechamel sauce is one of the main kind of sauce that we use in the Italian kitchen. And not only you will use this sauce for lasagna, but you can also decide to prepare this sauce for other kind of dishes. And for example, you can just add this sauce to pasta, and you will see how quickly it is to make it. And it's going to be almost as quick as to open a can. So, and especially if you're going to have, for example, milk that is going to expire, you can just use milk to do this kind of sauce, and so avoiding to waste milk. So the first thing that we are going to do is to chop onions. So 1 second, this is going to be a little bit complicated to move. So you take half onion, and you chop it finely. Sorry for my accent. Yeah. I usually cry while doing this. Okay. Okay, and slice like this is fine, because once we will going to add the tomato sauce, is going to melt, so you don't have to be worried to cut them more. So these are done. Okay. Then after this, we are going to put some oil in. Can you see me here?
Yes.
Perfect. So we are going to take some extra virgin olive oil, and I will tell you more or less how many spoons to use. So let's say 2.
So how many tablespoons should we put in?
separate them is more a visual stuff, but I will say 10 spoons are fine.
Sorry, Ivana, would you like to unmute yourself on the laptop? Yeah, thanks.
So what are we doing right now with the onions? Just sauteing them?
I'm just studying them, yes. When they will be golden, we are going to add the ground meat. Yes. So this is going to require more or less than 5 minutes, let's say.
Megan asked low or medium heat.
Medium. Yes, it's fine.
I'm gonna just turn the camera around, might be a little bit easier for you guys to see.
Okay, you're going to be my cameraman? It's better?
How is that? Is that better visibility?
Yeah, we can see just fine, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to increase a little bit my in the beginning to make this operation a little bit shorter.
This is lasagna bolognese, no?
Yes, this is.
Is it different from the one you cook in your city?
Yes, because I'm from Napoli, and in Napoli we have a different lasagna that is called the Napolitan one. So the one that I'm going to propose to you today is one that is made with bechamel sauce, and it consists of a layer of bechamel sauce and a layer of lasagna, and again a layer of this meat tomato sauce, lasagna layer, and bechamel layer, and so on. The one that is still called Neapolitan is different because it's made with a mixture of meatballs and salami, sausages, and eggs. So it's a little bit more complex, and that's why I decided to propose this one because this is very, very quick, and it's something that I usually do almost every Sunday. Also because I like to prepare a huge amount, like the one that I'm going to show you today, and usually the leftover I'm going to cut it and freeze it. So you have different meals also for several days. So you're going to put a little bit of effort today, but you are going to have meals also for other days if you are alone or you are a couple. Usually with this recipe, you will get 6 servings. So, okay, this is almost done. As you can see, the colors are changed. Yes, they are almost translucent here. Yeah. Pay attention because here it's very easy to burn them. You don't want to burn them because once you burn them, they are going to be everything. So you don't want that. Okay. Once these are done, we can add the ground turkey. And I have to say that the original recipe actually required ground beef, but I'm going to prepare it with ground turkey because that's some good white meat.
Well, it's somewhat controversial, but we found that, at least as a habit, I try to cut down on red meat. There's been some studies that have increased red meat consumption to cardiovascular outcomes. It's really not anything that's proven yet, but as a habit, we've been, at least in my household, we've been kind of cutting back on red meat. We found that lean ground turkey is actually a great substitute. There's also lots of environmental outcomes from American livestock production facilities. So we kind of we find a good substitute to do ground turkey. What do you think? Is that,
No, I
is it
think
too far from the original recipe?
no, I have to say, since I am here in the States, I got down already. I got it already down a lot my consume of red meat. But since I'm in pasta is almost a month now, I'm preparing this recipe using turkey, and I have to say the taste is the same. So I don't think there is a huge variation compared to the original recipe. So I think you can, if you like, you can use turkey, and the taste is going to be the same. Yeah, this is my recommendation, and also Dr. Danishi recommendation. So if you have options, maybe choosing white meat when it's possible.
What do you prefer to use?
Yes, okay. Yeah. So the secret for Italian cuisine, and at least for Italian cuisine, there are not so many ingredients, there are not so many spices that are going to cover the taste of food, but the key is quality. So choosing high quality products is going to drastically affect also the taste of your dish. Okay, so I'm going to, so when the onions were almost done, I lowered the heat on simmer. And now I'm going to again increase the temperature to medium. To let the turkey cook better. So we are also trying to round it. So that, because you don't want big pieces of meat. So we do this one as okay, Masha is better than me, please. Maybe we will switch.
Sure.
Is there anyone here that is cooking along with us? Or you are just watching? Maybe you are on mute. Or you are busy cooking.
Distracted. How often do you have pasta, even
In Italy?
in Napoli?
No, I mean, in Napoli and in Italy in general, no, I'm going to stop you, but we have pasta every day. Yeah, indeed, I have to tell. So the first time that I came here in the States, almost 3 years ago, so I got a huge amount of pasta. So basically, I filled almost my pantry with pasta. And my roommate at the time, she looked at me and she said, okay, option part 2, or you are sick, or there was a huge sale on pasta, and we got so many pasta. And I said, no, I want to be Italian, so I eat pasta every day. Yeah. So I guarantee this is the operation that is going to require more time. After that, it's almost done. Bechamel is going to take less than 10 minutes. And then, meantime, if we are going to prepare bechamel, now we are going to add tomato sauce to the meat once the meat is almost cooked. And tomato sauce will cook for 15 minutes more or less. And then it's ready. Everything ready. We are lasagna. Another thing that I have to say, so I have heard often here that people call lasagna not lasagna, but lasagna. So what is the difference and what is the correct way? Let's say that both are correct, but when you go to the restaurant, we should order a dish of lasagna because what lasagna is just the sheet, I'm so sorry, I have a bad problem with this word. Is the sheet of pasta. Can you tell the word for me, please? The sheet. So lasagna is the sheet of pasta or noodles. While when you make the dish, you are using more than one sheet, so you are making lasagna. So this is the difference. So lasagna is just one. I'm so sorry if you're not cooking. I guess this time is very boring. I wish we can speed it up, but not yes. Yes. So be patient, please, if you're not cooking.
Sometimes we have turmeric, right?
Yes, this is something that I didn't add to the recipe because it's not something that we use so much in Italy. But if you have turmeric, we highly recommend to add turmeric because, and yes, it's something that we are going to do now because it has been demonstrated. Yes, that it has very highly anti-inflammatory properties, and so whenever it's possible, we recommend to add it to your dish. Yes, just a little bit. But this is one side that is not going to affect so much the taste and of your lasagna. So try to find it. And this spice is very powerful. Everything comes together immediately as soon as you add it. Quite impressive. And usually sometime I have to confess, I add turmeric also to white rice because I like the color better. So I just add it a little bit to give this more yellowish color. Actually, saffron can be very nice alternative to this. Yes, but here it's very hard to find it. Other beginners.
Learn from the best.
Who is the best? Okay, let's say that the meat doesn't have to be extremely well cooked because we're going to to add tomato sauce and it's going to cook for other 15 minutes. So it's fine. Okay, now we are going to switch. And I'm going to add the sauce and black pepper on the meat.
Yukari asked, what did you just put in?
You just put in some salt. You
Salt.
just put salt.
Yes, good.
Just some fine salt. Ground pepper there.
Ground pepper. And also, if I can give some kind of recommendation, I will highly recommend. I don't work for all food absolutely, but I will highly recommend to buy this sauce. It's very cheap, just $1.50, but it's just the sauce. And I noticed that so many times here, and especially in table salt, there are so many chemicals that are inside, so many. You will be shocked if you pay attention to the ingredients in seafood. I mean, from what they sell for salt, but it's actually not seafood. So my recommendation is to always look at the ingredients and to just choose a salt that is seafood. If you see, for example, like this one, this is for Morton, and it's a very good brand, also much more expensive than one that I showed you. In this one, for example, you have not only seafood, but you have also yellow filtrate of soda that is not taking that honestly you can avoid. So I would recommend you to choose a salt that is just seafood and no more. I mean, if we can avoid, why do we want to introduce chemicals that we don't need? So I need my recommendation. Okay. The meat is done. What we're going to do now is to add the tomatoes. I mean, the more finely you are going to ground the meat, the best is going to be.
I'm going to use a wooden spoon.
Yeah, we want to use a wooden spoon.
Not to damage the, these non-stick pan. I want to avoid scratching the,
Yes, and eating.
anything,
I'm sorry if we are bothering you with all this sleep, but I'm a biologist and he's a doctor, so we are trying to give also some kind of tips to eat healthy.
yeah, she would never do this with a net.
No. Okay. Okay. So now it's time to add the sauce. And as also I wrote in the recipe, this is one kind of sauce that also that I highly recommend more the American brand because also in this case you have just tomato puree and less than 2% of other spices. And it's sponsorized like to be 100% natural. So I prefer usually the making Italy tomato sauce because in the making Italy tomato sauce you don't have even these other spices, you just have tomato. But I understand that it's hard for everyone to find them, and they can be also 3 times, 4 times more expensive, so not everyone are willing to do that. But this is, I would say, I like it very much. So I will recommend this one. So, you are all the sauce. Stir. And now, what we're going to do now, I'm not done with this session. We are going to add a little bit of water in this. Okay. And put the leftovers there. Okay, now we have to cook this for about, let's say 15 minutes on low simmer. Now, since this is going to do a lot of bubbles, and the sauce is going to spread everywhere, I recommend to clean it. But also, we are going to put some fresh lettuce inside to give a nice taste. And when it's almost done, I'm so sorry, but I have to taste because I cannot cook without tasting. So when it's almost done, I'm going to taste it and see if I think I need more salt or a little bit of more pepper. You can adjust now according to your taste. So as soon as the cooking will go on, this sauce you will see how it's going to thicken a little bit. And if you don't want to make lasagna, for example, you can also use this sauce to cook your noodles. Okay, now we will move to the other main sauce of the Italian kitchen, that is the bechamel. So how to make bechamel? So you have to take, this is the recipe for 1 liter of bechamel that is perfect for the amount of lasagna that we are going to prepare. So we have to use 100 grams of flour, that is almost a little bit more than 3/4 of a cup. Then you add 1 liter of milk. So I will start with 150. And I will slowly add it because we want to avoid to make lumps.
How much milk are you putting?
We have to put 1 liter of milk.
One
But-
milliliter? Oh, 1 liter.
1 liter.
Okay.
But now, since my cup is 150,
Mhm.
I'm starting with 150, so I will add 4 cups.
Okay, and you did 1 cup of flour,
3/4.
3/4 of flour, and then to start 250 milliliters of milk slowly
Yes.
while you're stirring.
And using a whisk should be better, but I don't want to use it in this pot again for the same reason because I don't want to scratch it. So I'm trying my best.
So what like texture are we looking for here?
So the flour has to be completely dissolved in the milk. But you will see once I'm going to add the whole milk, it's going to be still liquid. The texture is going to be still liquid. But as soon as the milk is going to start boiling, the sauce is going to be thicker and thicker. And also at that point, you can stop according to the texture that you prefer. And in this case, since we are doing lasagna, we don't want a very thick sauce. So I will stop when the texture is, I will show you how it is. Okay, so now I'm going to add my last cup of milk. Now it's very important when I'm going to turn the lid on to always stir because the sauce is going to attach very easily to the bottom of the pan and you don't want that.
when it's mostly a visual, the degree amount of milk you're adding to make sure that the flours.
No, it's not a visual because it's a very fixed recipe with a fixed amount, so it's not visual. Making sure I need some glasses, okay? You see how soon it will start to leak as soon as the milk is going to boil. Okay. Good. Okay. You can start it with the temperature. So in the beginning, I'm going to do on high because I want the milk to start boiling fast. But as I told you before, it's very important to stir everywhere, especially here in this corner, because we don't want the flour to stick with the pot and burn everything. Okay, here the tomato sauce is not boiling so much. So what I'm going to do is to increase a little bit the temperature. I'm going to put some medium. So in the beginning is the time where you can do this kind of operation, but later absolutely never stop of stirring. And with this sauce, once it's ready, as I told you, you can make also other dishes. For example, what I love to do is to buy some kind of fettuccine pasta and to saute some mushroom and to mix mushroom with bechamel sauce and use it as topping for pasta. And you can also another recipe that is coming in my mind. You can, for example, do bechamel and mix bechamel in the baking tray with cauliflower and bake everything for like 415 for Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, and you will have a very healthy dish. I'm going to give you also another tip. If you reduce this recipe, you adapt this recipe for 250 milliliters of milk. So adding the proportion, so 250 milliliters of milk is 1/4. So the flour is 100 grams, so 25 grams. So you can do this using 25 grams of flour and 150 milliliters of milk. And you can add 2 spoons of cocoa and powder and half spoon of sugar. You can do a very delicious hot chocolate. For the winter, it's perfect. And for people who like, spices, they can add spices like cinnamon. This you see how the tomato is already starting to thicken? See? Yes, this is almost ready. Almost ready. This is also, I feel it's starting to thicken a little bit. Yes, you can see here in the bottom. So now is the time where you have to pay extremely a lot of attention and reduce the temperature, because here is where you can mess up very easily. To be patient. I can start to smell the flavor of bechamel.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, and bechamel is something that has been invented in Italy, in Tuscany, but immediately after that, it has been exported also in France, where they call it bechamel, and also in France it's a very well used sauce. Thickening. So they start falling, so the consistency is changing. And only when it's already almost done, we can add butter and nutmeg and salt. Also in this case, proportions are according to your taste. Good here.
Have you tried the lasagna in the restaurant since you've been here, and has you had a good experience?
No, because I have to confess that every time I enter in an Italian restaurant and restaurant that I'm abroad, I always came out disappointed. So I told to myself, I will avoid to enter an Italian restaurant unless it's not necessary. For example, if friends want to go there. And yeah, but I mean, it happened because especially when I have on vacation in summer, and sometime maybe by the end of the vacation, I start to crave for pasta and Italian cuisine. I said, okay, let's go to the Italian restaurant because I want Italian kitchen. But every time I come out, I go out very disappointed and I say no. But yeah, so here, no, I never tried Italian lasagna here. Okay, it's almost thickening. You see, the consistency is a little bit different. Here I have now, I'm going to remove. See, the consistency how it changed. It's more like cream now. See? And this is not, it's not have the consistency we want. So we're keeping this in a little bit more. And I'm going to reduce the temperature lower because I'm scared that it's going to touch to the bottom. It's almost done. Now this is also translate. We do a very quick experiment here. This is not. This is we have to adjust other spices if you want to. Okay, so now it is almost done. We can add the butter and the salt. Okay, so I will stay for another couple of minutes. Meantime, we can nutmeg. Not so much. Can add some black pepper if you wish. We don't have nutmeg or cinnamon. It's also like, yeah, you can add some cinnamon if you love cinnamon. And nutmeg is what the original recipe required. Okay, I think now it's almost done. And now we are going to have salt. I always prefer to add not so much and then taste it. And if we need more, we can always add. So now I'm going to put from the meantime I'm going to add butter because I don't want it to burn. We are going to add 50 grams of butter, which is almost amount half of it in the case. Okay, now if we will continue to cook, the sauce is going to be even more thicker than this, but we don't want that because we want also the pasta to be able to cook into this sauce. So a more liquid sauce is better in our case for lasagna. But if you're going to use this bechamel for other purposes, like just to use it as topping for noodles, as I told you, you can keep putting a little bit more to increase the consistency, the texture of the sauce. See, now it's getting thicker. Okay, I'm going to stop, and it's important now to remove it from the soup, otherwise the bottom is going to make it perfect. Even more thicker. Now I'm going to taste it because I want to make sure that everything is like right. No, I need more, not with sugar. I need more salt. I need more salt. And it's important to adjust these two sauces with the amount of salt that you like, because otherwise, but the dish is not going to taste good. A little bit more. Done, perfect. Now I'm going to taste also this one. And if it's done, we can start to build our lasagna. Let's see. Yes, perfect. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay. See? Good. Okay. So now, meantime, as I'm going to make the layers, we're going to preheat our oven. Take at 37.5. 37.5. Okay. So, yes, we can bring this stuff here now. Oh, do you want to hold it? Okay, this is for later, for the caprese salad. I'm going to wash my hands. Sorry, you wash your hands? No. Okay, so the first thing, we have to add a little bit of tomato sauce on the bottom. Because we don't want our lasagna to stick while cooking. So this is not considered a layer. It's just to give. So let's try to take more tomato sauce than meat in this part. Okay. So when you have more or less tomato sauce everywhere, at least I will show you. Okay, more or less you have to have something like this. It's not completely full, it's just dirty. Okay, so for this baking tray, what we need usually is just three is enough. Yeah. And you don't have to place them completely close to each other because the pasta will expand during cooking. So this is fine. I'll show you. See, even if there is some empty space, it's completely fine. Now we will start with tomato. So keep in mind that you should consider to divide this tomato sauce in 3 parts because 3 are the layers of tomato sauce, while your bechamel sauce in 2 parts. So according to that, you can start to then distribute your sauce. And you want to completely cover all the sheet. I'm sorry, I'm really having a problem with it. I should practice more.
It's not your favorite word, huh?
No, it's not my favorite word, like many others, but I don't want to give an example because I have problems always with dirty words. I don't know why. Okay. So just make sure that the pasta is covered. Let's call it pasta. Is covered. Don't want any empty space because you don't want it to be dry. And I will show you. Okay. This is how it should look like. See? Okay, now pasta is going to add another layer. Lasagna. Now bechamel. Now this bechamel is it's a lot of bechamel. And I'm sure you will have some leftover. And with the leftover, you can try another recipe. But don't keep it in the fridge for more than 2-3 days because it's made with milk, so it's going to be spoiled very quickly.
What do you usually make if you have leftover sauce?
For example, if you have mushrooms, you can saute mushrooms and for example, with garlic, and then you can mix mushroom with bechamel, and you can use it as topping for pasta, for example. Again, so you simply have to boil pasta in water with salt, and remove the water and mix pasta with this sauce. So this is the other layer of bechamel. Now I'm just going to divide this leftover tomato sauce into. Okay. If it's done. Right. Okay. Now another layer of lasagna. Lasagna in a faster way. Need a bigger spoon. I think it's fine. Basta. Opla. Okay. Distribute. Okay, now this is the last layer of lasagna. Okay, perfect. We're going to add the leftover of tomato sauce. I'm going to do it again this way to move faster. Okay. Okay, now another thing that actually people had among layers is Parmesan sheet. So we put on Parmesan almost everywhere, but it's something that you can also avoid. So I decided to show you the simplest recipe that gives you the best result. with the less amount of ingredients possible. Okay, so now it's done. We're going to cover with aluminum foil and bake in the oven for 15 minutes. Should be, yes. Okay, so this is the final result. Yeah. Now, it's important to remove, if there is some leaking of bechamel, it's important to remove it because otherwise it's going to burn in the oven. Okay. And this is more or less the amount of bechamel that is left over. Oops. It's very few, it's not so much. Let's say that pasta for the one person. Okay. One second, I will turn on the high button. So here we are. Aside putting aluminum foil. Okay, done. So basically, the job with the lasagna is done because we have just to cook for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes we are going to remove the aluminum foil and leave it for another 15 minutes, and it's ready to be served. Meantime, in these let's say in these 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we are going to show you how to make caprese salads. This here. Yes. Okay. So, Pasha, can you please take the, so we're going to slice the tomato. Yeah. Yes. Meantime, I'm going to cut the garlic. Okay, the garlic has to be chopped very, very in small pieces. So what I usually do is this. If you can see. Part in the middle. And I do this and this. And I start to this way. Okay, a lot of garlic. Okay, after this, what we're going to do is to transfer our tomato here. And okay, also I'm going to slice also the mozzarella. I think so is enough. While partial slice mozzarella, I'm going to add oregano. This is more or less the amount, you see. And then I'm going to add also fresh basil. Anyway, I'm sorry, I have to correct myself because I told you lasagna for 15 minutes. No, it's 25 minutes in the oven with aluminum foil, and then 5 without, and 15 of resting. Okay. This is now the last ingredient is the olive oil. Now what we should do is just to mix tomatoes. that. Okay, you mix the tomatoes and then you're going to alternate one slice of tomato with one slice of mozzarella. One slice of tomato, mozzarella, tomato, and mozzarella. And leftover of the oil. Basil. And this dish is very common in Italy. And actually, if you think is made, represents the main color of our flag, it is red, white, and red. That's it. So I think we should wait for, other 10 minutes for the lasagna to be out from the oven, but basically that's it. Any questions? Oh, I see stuff in the chat. Okay, no.
How often do you make lasagna?
How often do I make? Yeah, almost. I don't want to say every Sunday, but yes, because I mean, if you think we didn't take so much to make the meat and the bechamel, and while the meat sauce is cooking, you can prepare bechamel, and then at the end is only a question of assembly lasagna, and the oven will do everything. In Italy, we used to cook using the oven very often.
Did anybody else cook along and want to show off maybe their Capri salad?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm asking the participants if anybody was cooking along and made maybe a Capri salad they want to show off.
Or if someone cooked along, or they were just watching.
Okay. So
They are eating. Yes, maybe they are eating.
maybe. So okay. Does anybody have any last questions? I think if not, then we can be ready to wrap it up here soon. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so are we ready? Are we done?
Yeah, I mean, we can take lasagna out now from the oven and see how it is.
Okay, well, the, oh, Yukari asked, do you have a favorite olive oil brand?
Yeah, I have to tell you. So my favorite olive oil is this one. I'll show you. Mhm. Is this one? Is Colavita. And when I buy an extra virgin olive oil, usually I look where the olives came from, because if you cannot find the list of the countries of the nations where the olives come from, I will not recommend to buy that one, because it means that the original of the olives is unknown, and so usually that doesn't mean that it's usually that means that it's not a good oil. And today I wanted to give a try this one from All Food because it's a little bit less expensive than this one, and it looks like that it's pretty good. I like it. And another one that also I usually like is Filippo Berio extra virgin olive oil, and because it has olives coming from different nations in the Mediterranean Sea, like Spain, Greece, Italy, and sometimes Tunisia. It depends from the lot of the oil, but it's a good oil. So I will recommend these three so far. But also California has very excellent extra virgin olive oil. So yeah, I will recommend oil where the original of the olives is very well specified. That's important.
How about your mozzarella?
Yeah, that's also another. Unfortunately, I have to say that um, finding real mozzarella it's very hard, because I'm very mad because most cheese that here they sell like mozzarella, it's not mozzarella, it's just hard cheese. I mean soft cheese, but the consistency is much more harder compared to real mozzarella. Real mozzarella, usually when you push on it, you can see the milk coming out from it. So I would say that this one that I found at Whole Food is one that this is not expensive, it's just $5 and half, and there are two mozzarella inside. It's similar. I'm not still happy, but if you eat it in this way, like the salad that we made, um, it's better. Let's say that this mozzarella tastes like our mozzarella that is 2-3 days old. So it's a little bit more dry, but the taste is it's acceptable. Yes. But no, the one that you find, even if it's written produced in Italy, made in Italy, Galbani, the one that usually are under the vacuum and are in the fridge, usually they are long. No, don't buy that one, because that is good only for cooking maybe. Yes, not to eat in this way. Indeed, we did a mistake, because 2 weeks ago we were not able to go to Whole Food, and we got one of that. And I say, okay, let's give it a try. But no, I say no. That's it. Do you want to see? Do you want to see how lasagna is now? I think it's after 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's good. So, are we done?
Any other questions for anyone?
Any last questions before we end the cooking class? Okay, well, if there are no more questions, then I guess we can go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for teaching us how to make lasagna and Capri salad.
Yes. You're welcome.
Oh, Yukari has shown hers off. It looks really good.
Oh, so someone was cooking.
Oh, and Gary has shown off his Capri salad. Also looks very good.
Hi.
Yeah, so everybody looks really good. All right, well, thank you a bunch. And we hope to see you again sometime soon. Maybe leading another cooking class. All right.
Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. Have a good rest of the day, everybody. And after this recording, if you're not done, it'll be sent out soon to everybody who signed up so they can watch it and finish or make it at another time. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Ilana. Bye.